I didn't realise when I got to Dubai it was going to be even more tough on your body image, your looks.
Melissa McAllister, who's changing Dubai for the better with breathwork and emotional healing.
So I moved straight to Dubai, and I'm not going to lie, it was a struggle, it was hard. I actually got pointed out for being too fat. I ate a chip, and as I ate the chip, the boss came in just as I was eating it, and he screamed at me in French, and he said something under his breath. He was like, "You're fired because we've told you that you're too fat, you haven't lost any weight, and you ate a chip in Abu Dhabi," and they fired me on the spot. And I was like, I had this massive breakthrough of like so much. I was just sobbing, like emotionally crying my eyes out. My whole body was like shaking, and all this stuff was coming up that like I didn't even know was in there. Once you take a look inwards, you actually realise you're the one creating all this stuff in your life, like whether it's good, bad, toxic, whatever you're doing, it all starts with you. No one knows how to actually deal with it anymore. Again, this is why breathwork and my job is so powerful, because it allows you to let that pain come up. So it's in the heart. I'm proud, most proud of me, if I'm honest. Like, I have been knocked down, I've been held back, I've been rejected, I've had no money, and I think I've always picked myself up and found the strength. I'm not playing small anymore, and now it's my time to play big. And then in the end, I was just like, I can't do this anymore, because it.
Welcome to the show where we talk to successful people about the bits you don't see. Today, we're talking to Melissa McAllister, who's changing Dubai for the better with breathwork and emotional healing. Melissa, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you for coming on. Looking forward to hearing about your story. So yeah, tell me, what's your story?
My mind's gone blank. I'll just chat on.
Yeah.
So my story from Dubai, I'd say, is a long one. I moved here originally like 7 years ago now. So I originally came here as a dancer. So I was a professional dancer for years. I started dancing when I was 17, moved to London, then got this job offer in Dubai, so I moved straight to Dubai. And I'm not going to lie, it was a struggle. It was hard. With the dancing world itself, I didn't realise when I got to Dubai it was going to be even more tough on your body image, your looks. And I've always been quite a confident person, like from I was younger. So I was always the star of the show. I was always very positive. I was always very happy. But coming to Dubai, being a dancer, it made me realise it made me realise that you can actually struggle in life, let's say. And I actually got like pointed out for being too fat. So on this contract, I was on the first one. We were dancing for like quite a few big artists. And every time we went into rehearsals, they'd be like, "Melissa, take your jacket off. Melissa, take your jumper off." Like always like criticising my body. And the first contract I done, I was like, right, I'm just going to like suck it up because I really wanted to be in this show. So I was like, I'll do anything to just stay in this job. So I did, and I just took it. And then in the end, I was just like, I can't do this anymore, because it was like too much on me. Even to the point where like we'd be in fitting rooms, we'd be in like the show. So before a show, you get costume fittings, and like they'd make my costume smaller so that I'd have to get into it. Wow. And you know when it's just like, it was so humiliating. But at the time, I was so young.
You just got to take it.
Yeah, I was like, well, I just want to be on this show. I want to move to Dubai. I want to be a dancer. So I just took it. So that was the first ever job that I'd done in Dubai when I felt that like struggle, let's say. Then I came back again the year later. I got offered another job in Dubai. So
so you're only here a short time for that?
Yeah, so you do seasons. So you get flew out for the season. I think it's like
October to March or something.
February to April, and then it's like when the club's all
Yeah.
So the next time round, my friend was like, "I've got another job for you. It's in a new club called Base. Come out and do it." But this time, because I'd already been here, I got like the choreographer job and the dancer job. So
what dancing is it? Is it like, if it's in a nightclub, are you like dancing like whilst people are getting served drinks, or like what sort of dancing is it?
It's like, so the clubs that we were in were like super clubs at the time. So it was like shows, like choreographed shows. So say we danced for like P Diddy, Tiesto. Who else did we dance for? Steve Aoki. I got kicked by Steve Aoki. Loads of like big artists used to fly in, and then we'd be their dancers.
Right, nice.
So like they'd do a set or whatever, and then we'd come on and we'd have a choreographed show. So it was amazing, like the experience. And dancing really does teach you a lot. Yeah. To be honest, it teaches so much strength, so much resilience. So then the year later, I was like, I want to go out again and do it again. So like I say, I was choreographer and a dancer. Flew out, Got here again, and they were the same again. They were like, you're too fat. And I was like, how is this happening again? Like, the first contract...
And were you too fat?
No. I was like... smaller than I was so small.
Smaller than you are now?
Yeah,
oh
I was tiny. And when I look back at pictures, I'm like, oh my God, that could have really made me like ill. I was only young. I was like 22, 23, I think. So I was still really very young-minded. So I flew back out, and then I got this new job, choreographer and dancer. And I thought it was all going to be fun. I thought it wasn't going to be anything like the last one. And then the same thing happened again. You're too fat. And this time they were like, you need to lose 2 stone, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, surely not. Like,
that's a lot of weight as well.
Yeah, I know. I was like...
where?
Yeah, I was like, how do you expect me to lose 2 stone? I'm built this way. If you want like a stick insect kind of girl, that's not me. So I don't know why you hired me in the first place. So they kept saying like, we want to keep you, blah, blah, blah. And then... I mean, it'd gone on through like the whole contract, but the breaking point was this one day we'd went to F1, so we were dancing in F1 and we were dancing in Dubai, so we were doing Abu Dhabi, Dubai, so it was like a long shift. We were driving from Dubai to Abu Dhabi, so as you can imagine, we were tired, we were hungry, and obviously we had to put on a show. So this one night in the dressing rooms, one of the other girls, there was Colombian girls and English girls, so it was a nice group of girls. Brought in like chips and pizza and I can't remember what else, like just junk food into the dressing room before we were about to go and dance. And I ate a chip, and as I ate the chip, the boss came in just as I was eating it, and he screamed at me in French, and he said something under his breath, and then he went like shoe kind of thing, and one of the other girls was like, did you hear what he just said? And I was like, no. And he said, you shouldn't be eating that, you should only be eating broccoli. Fitness coach my arse, because at the time I was doing fitness on the side, so I was learning to be like a fitness coach. And I was just like, oh my God, like what the actual hell, like I've never been like bullied by a man before. So I remember just crying my eyes out, and I was like, I'm not going on stage. And the girls were like, no, like, you have to. I was like, I'm not going on. It didn't go on.
And you'd have been like a big part of that thing, right? Like you'd have been like a missing piece.
The show could not go on without I was a choreographer as well. So I was like, I'm not doing it. And also, I'd made up all the shows. So technically, I mean, you know what Dubai is like, there's no rules, but they couldn't have used my, like my material, really, but they still did. Yeah. So then that was that night in Abu Dhabi. It didn't go on stage, and then it was the Monday. Then we were back in Dubai, and we were doing our normal shows, our weekly shows. And I remember being on stage dancing, and I could see him looking at me like from down there, because we was like up on a like platform. And when I got off the stage, he pulled me, and he was just like, "You're fired." He was like, "You're fired because we've told you that you're too fat, you haven't lost any weight, and you ate a chip in Abu Dhabi." And they fired me on the spot. And I was like, and at the time, I can't even really remember how I dealt with it because I was so young, but I just remember ringing my mum and dad, crying my eyes out, and they were like, just come home, like, don't give up, like, just come home, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, I'm not coming home, like, I want to live in Dubai, so I'll do anything to stay in Dubai. So I left the shift, but before I left, I remember going into him and I just said to him, like, how dare you speak to me like that? Like, you're a grown man and I'm a young girl and you're slating my body. And I just thought, I'm just going to stand up to him because, like, I'm leaving anyway. Yeah. And I think he's rude. And as I was speaking, I remember him just being on his phone and he couldn't even look at me. So I was just like, wow, okay, I don't even want to work for this company anyway. So then I left. That was like a terrible time for me where I felt that at that point I lost a lot of confidence, and I've always been quite a confident person, but I lost so much confidence. I didn't dance then for like 2 years, and then I went into the fitness world. So this is where then I found like, okay, I know what it feels like to really struggle now. And I think in my breaking point, let's say in my down time, I found the strength and resilience and passion to want to help other people, because I was like, if I can feel like this, surely other people have been through things like this, not even about body image, but like it could be a breakup, it could be something from their childhood, it could be something that has really affected them. So in that time I was like, okay, I want to really help people now. So then I went into the fitness world, and then I started making up like this fitness dance routine with boxing, so it was called beatbox. Right. So I made up this concept, like I wanted it to be dancey, fun, and obviously fitness. And I went to KO8, where, you know, KO8. So Sean Clancy is funny because he's been a massive part of this whole journey, because at the time I was working for Sean Clancy as well. So I went to Sean Clancy and told him, and he was like, oh, they was all fuming, all the lads were like, who is he? Like, loads of scouts was like, let's go down there. I was like, no, just leave it, like I've been fired now. And then I got into the fitness world. And then I was teaching fitness out here for quite a long time then, and then I was building like my network, my client base, and then COVID hit. So then when COVID hit, Sean was like, Mel, you're going to have to just go home because we're not going to be able to pay you. The gym's going to shut and you're not going to be able to pay your rent. And then my mum and my auntie were like, you need to get home. So then I flew home in COVID. Then when I'm trying to remember all this story, like there's probably way more to it. But
no, this is perfect. Yeah. You're going at good speed.
So then I flew home for COVID, and then in COVID I flew to Marbella, lived in Marbella then, and I was partying and I was drinking and I was just doing that then for the summer. But in that time I created this online platform of beatbox, this fitness thing that I created, and I was actually earning so much money. Like,
wow.
I don't know how I done it, but I do like live streams, you know, in COVID, the lockdown, and everyone was stuck at home. So I'd always go on and be like, who wants to dance with me today? Or like do these random little workouts. And then I started building like quite a following and quite a network then. And then I made that into an online program. Then I took.
So how are you making money from that? They're paying you to come on to the live stream to do it with you?
Yeah, so they was end up paying a subscription fee then.
Oh, right, wow.
So I had like a monthly subscription, and then I'd go on Zoom with them all, and then I started to turn it into like self-love, meditation.
You made that sound really easy. You're like, oh yeah, I just like done this thing and I just started making a lot of money from it. Like, that's quite a big deal to like make a subscription-based business that makes money. Like, well done.
Yeah, I know. To be fair.
Oh yeah, it's easy. Like, that's a big deal.
I was like, what? How have I even done this? Because I was travelling around. I was living in Marbella, living this amazing life. Like, really, I was only showing up doing one workout a day, and I was making a living off it, and I was paying rent there, and I had a good summer. So yeah, I don't know how I done it, but I managed to do it. So then that was Marbella, and then after Marbella, what happened? I'm trying to like go backtrack. After Marbella, I wanted to move back to Dubai basically. Because obviously when Sean said go home and come back, my plan was to always come back. Then I went home, and then I met this boy, and then I was with him, and that was my boyfriend. And I mean, I'm just going to talk about it because he probably never watched it because he blocked me and everything. But I met him, and at the time I think I just wanted a relationship because I'd been in Dubai, I'd been in Marbella, I'd been like in this whole party scene for so long. I was like, I just want a bit of normality, I just want a bit of like home comfort. So I met this boy, and little did I know at the time he was so toxic, like such a toxic person for me. And I felt at that time when I was with him, he like zapped my whole life away. And I look back at pictures now and I'm like, you was a completely different person. Like, I was pale, I was spotty, I was sad, I was fat, like everything about me had just gone. And even to the point where I remember when we broke up, my dad said to me like, thank God I've got my daughter back. And I was like, oh my God, I've actually been missing for so long. And like, even all my friends used to say to me like, he's completely pulled everything out of you, like he's dulled your sparkle. But at the time I was in denial. I was like, no, I love him so much, like he's the
you
best
don't see it when you're in it.
No, you get so like wrapped up in it. And because he was going through his own journey and he was struggling, I was like, I need to help him. So this one day I was like, right, I'm at home, how can I help him? Like he was at the point where he just didn't want to be there anymore. So my friend at the time was doing like a healing course and a breathwork course. So she was like, why don't you and Jay come on this? And I was like, okay. So I said to him, right, tonight we're going to go on this breathwork call and just see how it works. And to be honest, I wasn't doing it for me. I was doing it all for him. I wanted him to heal. So I went on this breathwork call, and he was just like, he didn't even do it. I don't even know what he done, but I done it. And in this call, I had this massive breakthrough of like so much. I was just sobbing, like emotionally crying my eyes out. My whole body was like shaking, and all this stuff was coming up that like I didn't even know was in there. And I was like, oh my God, what the hell has just happened? So after the call, I remember being like, I was like uncontrollably crying, and Lauren was like, just keep going, like just keep feeling it. And I was like, what the hell has happened? And she was like, this is all your like trauma and stuff that you've been storing down for so many years coming up, because that's what breathwork does. So I was like, oh my God, this is incredible. I need to know more about it. So then that broke like a lot of, that was kind of like a wall that come down for me. And then I realised that I was actually holding on to so much that I'd never dealt with. So like years of dancing, rejection, body shame, low confidence, low self-esteem. But on the outside, I was this big confident person, but on the inside I actually wasn't. And it took me to a point where I was like, wow, okay, I need to like heal now. So then I went on my journey. Then I'd done the course for like 3 months and like learned so much about myself and learned so much about the relationship I was in. And you know, I say he was toxic, but I think I was also toxic. Like we were a mirror of each other. Everyone always is. Like a relationship is a mirror.
Well done for recognising that, because a lot of people would just go, oh, so it was all him, but you said I was probably toxic too. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing. That at the time I did blame him, but actually there was probably a lot of me that was making him feel that way too. Like I made him feel insecure, and now I did. I was always very much the independent woman. That was my protection. Is like I'd always fly away. I'd always move to Dubai or Marbella, or whenever something like was wrong, I'd fly off. I would never deal with it. So I'd say that time at home, that 2 years at home, really made me take a look inwards and just get to know myself again. And I think I started to become the person that I actually wanted to be, which is obviously me now. Is like I'm such a different person to what I was back then. And I was always the wild one, the loud one, the girl dancing on the tables, the girl that would stay out till the end. Like I was always that person. But actually now, from going through that whole journey, it did really change my life, because then I've obviously found a job in it, and from doing the work in myself, and then like I know I've helped my mum, I know I've helped a lot of people around me, and then I actually was like, I want to do this for a living. I want to help other people, because it's so life-changing. Once you take a look inwards, you actually realise you're the one creating all this stuff in your life. Like whether it's good, bad, toxic, whatever you're doing, it all starts with you. So I think, yeah, that's basically my journey. Then I moved back to Dubai after. So anyway, long story short, in the process of me healing, I was trying to help him, but he obviously didn't want to do it, and then he ends up cheating on me. Which, to be honest, was the best thing he did.
Yeah, done you a favour.
Yeah, he cheated, and at the time I was absolutely heartbroken. But from doing the work of healing and the inner work, when he cheated, I really knew how to deal with it. Like, I didn't project, I didn't get angry. I was so heartbroken, but I just was like, you need to feel this pain. Like, you need to sit with the heartbreak. You need to cry in your bed for days until you fully felt that go. And then you can start like learning through it and dealing with it. And I think if I wouldn't have done that course, I wouldn't have been able to deal with that heartbreak, and I probably would have went back to him. Yeah, I probably would have just went back because I felt vulnerable. So I didn't go back. And then my mum and dad were like, right, my sister, so I'm a twin, and my sister was going travelling to around Bali, and this was all at the time, in the time that he cheated on me. And I remember I seen this picture, the girl that he cheated on me with, he took to Marbella on New Year's Eve. So this all happened around Christmas. And I just was like...
Well, the cheating happened at Christmas and he went New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it's obviously me
going... Like, boom.
Yeah, it was obviously going on for longer. So I remember seeing the picture and I just broke down. I was just crying my eyes out. I was like, I don't want to be in anymore. And my dad was just like, you know what? You're going to Bali with your sister. She was going in like 3 days. He was like, me and your mum booked you the flight. Go to Bali. Go for a month. Don't worry about money, because I had no money either. Because I was like, how the hell am I going to go to Bali with no money? My dad was like, don't worry about finances. We'll fund it. Like, just go. Get out of here and just go and take the time you need. So I was like, okay. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna move back to Dubai. And they were like, do it. So I literally flew to Bali for a month with my twin sister. It was such a special time, because we had that time, us two. I was healing, I was taking time for me, I was feeling all the pain of what he made me feel like. And then I literally from Bali then flew straight to Dubai, and then I've never ever went home. Never ever looked back. I mean, I've gone home to visit people, but that's how I ended up back in Dubai then. And then Dubai this time around is like a completely different Dubai. Like, I think the Dubai before was...
God, you've been the absolute, like, both ends of the spectrum, haven't you? The nights out, the partying, the dancing on the tables, to, like, the total spiritual, like, all that sort of side. That's crazy.
Yeah, like, people see me now from years ago when I first came. They're like, Mel. And
Who's
I'm like,
that?
yeah, I'm like, I've changed. Not that I've changed. Like, there's still a part of me. I still love going out. I still love having a good time. I'd say I'm a social butterfly. I love socialising. I love having a good time with people. But I'm just a lot more grounded, authentic version of me now. And I think I'm so glad all that happened for me to find this part of me, because if I'd have come back here, I think straight from the breakup, with carrying that pain, running away from it and not dealing with it, I probably would have went straight back into that cycle of partying, going out, losing myself, not knowing who I am. So I probably would have went back to... I mean, don't get me wrong, that when I first landed in Dubai after Bali, I still was like kind of not really myself, I'd say. And then it was only probably the past since I met my boyfriend now, just before I met him is when I really like grounded and found like the real version of me, let's say.
Well done.
So, yeah.
So this is going to be the easiest episode ever for me. I've got all my notes. I'm just going to turn them over. I don't even need them. No, that's perfect, because normally it takes me about 4 questions to get that whole journey, and you've given it all in one. So well done. So that takes you to where now? Like, what have you got going on now? You're doing 2 or 3 different things. What are the things you've got going on?
So what I've got going on currently right now, so I've just set up my own company called Immersive. That's took, and I said this to my boyfriend last night. I was like, it's so funny because everyone would look at me now and be like, and people have always had this perception like she's living her best life, her life's perfect, she lives in Dubai, like, and I'm like, that's what you see, but you don't know the struggles it's took to get here. And I think this point now where I'm at, it's only just starting to happen, but it took me years to get here, like the years of being a dancer, of being a fitness coach. And I think the fitness coach for me was a really amazing time for me to figure out that I found my true purpose when I was a PT, because when I was training clients, I was like training these clients thinking it was all physical, but actually it was beyond that. And all my clients, we'd end up sitting and having a therapy session. And I wasn't even a therapist, but we'd end up sitting and they'd be crying and they'd be telling me the whole life story. We wouldn't even work out. And in that point, I remember saying to my mum, I think I'm destined for more. Like, I don't think I'm meant to be a PT. I think I'm meant to be some kind of coach. I knew there was always a part of me that wanted to help people. But I think fitness is just the way that you think you can do it. Like, PT's like the next step of being a coach, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I went into the PT world and I just was like, I feel like I've got so much more to give, but I just don't know how to give it. Like, I'm not qualified enough to give people this advice, and people are coming and talking to me. And one thing that really, like, one big thing that stood out for me was my client, Jill. So she came to me. I mean, I'm probably going to get emotional. I'm going to try not to cry on this podcast because I'm the most emotional person ever. But she was like, I've got cancer. And she told me. But when she told me, she was like, I feel like I need to come to you. She was like, I've told my family, but you're the person I feel like I need to tell next, because I know you're not going to make me victim mode, and you're not going to be like, oh my God, the world's ending. You're going to be like, come on, let's go. Like, we'll fight it together. And we did. Like, I put her on a training program. She used to come to mine, and she's fat. She's clear now, and she's like, obviously she fights it and she survived it. But I think that was a point for me where I was like, I know I've got such a calling and a purpose to help people on such a deeper level, and it's not just about the physical. Don't get me wrong, the physical is a big aspect of healing, changing and being a better version of yourself, but for me it was beyond the body. And I think people get wrapped up in the aesthetics of it, but if you haven't sorted out your emotional body, which everybody has got an emotional body, you're still not going to change, because there's still demons, pain, suffering, all that going on in there. That is the driving force of how you basically act. It makes you react, it makes you behave, it makes you do things maybe you don't want to do, but people are doing that from a place of pain. And I think that's where Immersive was born, let's say. Like, that's where this company now is coming from, a really authentic place of the heart. That's where it's being founded, because I knew I had a calling to help people. I knew I wanted to help people on a deeper level. So that's where my company now is born from, and to be honest, it's just the beginning. Yeah.
And so what does it do? Like, if I come at you and I go, right, I want to do whatever you're selling, what are you selling?
So it's a world of where you go into that deeper connection to you. So it's a company with all headphones. So we've got like immersive, we call them immersive headphones. So it's floating breathwork is our like main, let's say, USP at the minute. So me and Ash are both.
I see it's down like at the beach. Is it like you float in the sea?
Yeah. So we've got ocean breathwork, and then we've got floating breathwork in the pool. So obviously it's a breathwork session. So the breathwork we specialise in is holotropic breathwork, which is there for an emotional release, a deeper connection to yourself, reset your central nervous system. There's so many benefits to breathwork. But our main thing is letting people, 1, come back home to themselves, 2, give themselves time to find that connection, and 3, release whatever's stuck in there. So they're like the main things that I want people to get out of a session with me. But we kind of want to make it a bit more of an experience, a bit more of an event, and that's where we added the floating, where they float around the pool. It's so amazing, because I want, when people walk into the door of me, whether it's a one-to-one or a group experience, it's an experience. Like, it's a journey from the get-go. You're coming in them doors and you're like, wow, I'm blown away. And it's a place where they feel safe, where they don't feel any judgment, where they can just come and just literally be themselves. Whether that's screaming on the bed, shouting on the bed, shaking on the bed, crying on the bed, laughing. Like, there's no right or wrong. Like, I don't say to anyone, come and cry or come and be still or come and do this. Like, it's their journey. I'm just their guide. So immersive it's a world of wellness, luxury experiences. But it's not just you're coming and having a float. You're coming and you're finding a part of yourself. You're coming and you're releasing what's in there that you feel like you need to release. So that's what immersive is now. That's the USP. But we want it to be a global brand. So we want immersive to be everywhere. We want people to know that immersive is a space where you come and you have the best facilitators, the best coaches, and to be honest, people that actually care. Like, there's a lot of stuff going around now. There's a lot of, you know, coaches coming up. There's a lot of events coming up. But are they doing it from the right place? No. Like, doing this work, it's not just letting people come and floating. People are bringing up trauma, years and years of trauma, years and years of pain, years and years of suffering, and we're facilitating that. So we need to know how to guide them through it, make them feel safe enough to do it, and also at the end, what's the aftercare? Like, a lot of people bring people in and then kick them out the door, but we don't. We're like, we make it know that you're here tonight, but this is the beginning. Like, we are here for you. Like, if you need us, ring us, reach out, message us. We've also got an integration coach in the company now where she will then take them on a one-to-one basis. So if something comes up for someone, maybe it's a trauma that happened when he was a child and they don't know how to process that, then they can come to me or they can come to Ash, but we've got a special integration coach now where they can go to her too, and that's their time. So I think that's what's special about our company, is that it's coming from the heart. We care. Like, we're not just doing it for money. We're doing it for a genuinely reason. Like, I believe our generation is here to break the cycles. I believe that we're here to change the world. Like, that sounds dramatic, but it is. Like,
no, I agree with that 100%.
Like, there's so much pain and there's so much nastiness and there's so much badness going on, but it's not our fault. It's generational trauma. It's generational trauma that's been passed down from our nans and granddads. They was conditioned to be a certain way, which has been passed into our parents. They didn't know no better, so they were just passing down what they knew. And I think our generation as a collective, like, we're more consciously aware, we're more self-aware,
we've got more information as well. It's so much easier for us to get the information to find out about it, and
like, we're way more open-minded. Like, people are open to come and meditate, people are open to come and do therapy, people are open to come and do breathwork. So our mums and dads didn't know what that was. Like, if they had a pain, they didn't know that it was an emotional pain. Like, for example, chronic illnesses, anxiety, social anxiety, all that stuff that goes on is some kind of trauma in the body. That's what it is. But people don't know that. So people will just label themselves as, I've got anxiety, or I've got postnatal depression, or I've got something. Then they don't know how to deal with it. And then the doctor will say, well, there's a tablet, antidepressants, go squash it. And that's so bad. And I'm like, all that is doing, that tablet is squashing it even more, which means they're pushing it down and down and down. So it's just suppressing the feeling, it's making them numb to the feeling. But to heal anything, you've got to feel it. So that's why my job, I'm like, it's so important, because if someone's on antidepressants, I'm like, I want to help you get off them. Like, I want to help you be able to feel safe enough to bring all that pain up. Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. Don't get me wrong, it is tough. Like, when
that sounds scary. To heal anything, you've got to feel it. To me, that's like, no, fuck that. Like, tell me more about that. That's scary.
So to heal what you're feeling, it is scary. Everybody comes.
Sounds so scary.
Yeah, because you don't want to bring it up, do you? Like, you don't want to bring up pain from the past. You don't want to bring up, maybe it's a breakup, maybe it's something from childhood, maybe it's a grief. A grief is a massive thing that I'm dealing with at the minute with all my clients. Like, the amount of spirits, and this sounds, people might be watching thinking, oh, she's all woo-woo, but I'm not. It's just genuinely, like, the truth. Like, people are connecting with past, like, with loved ones, and it's so special to watch these people go through these journeys. And they're like I had one of my friends, actually, Harry, he won't mind me saying this, he came to my session last week, and he was with his dad, and he was hugging his dad, and he was like spudding his dad, and I didn't want to like break him out of his journey, because I was like, he's really with him at this moment, and I knew he was, because I know what he's been through. So I just went over to him and I just helped him, and I was like, I know, like, you're with him, just keep, like, be with him, talk to him, like embrace this whole thing, like surrender. And then at the end you could see that he didn't want to let go, because obviously he's passed away. And it's happened quite a lot. Like all my sessions now, a lot of the girls, a lot of the men are meeting loved ones, and it's like, how powerful is that? That it just shows that they are still there. Like they are somewhere. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a god. I'm not a big guru. But they're there. Their energy's there. Their soul's there. So it's like, it's kind of a comforting thing that, you know, they're still there to help you, guide you through this life. Yeah, they've passed away and they're not in the physical world, but they're still in the spiritual world. And I think people can find comfort in that when they come to these events, because they do connect to them. But so yeah, going back to the question, grief is hard to feel. Grief is a pain that everybody goes through, but we don't know how to process it. When someone dies in our life, you're just like, they've died, the funeral, and then you push it away. And no one knows how to actually deal with it anymore. So again, this is why breathwork and my job is so powerful, because it allows you to let that pain come up. So it's in the heart. So I do this exercise, people, and you can physically feel when you've got the pain, whether it's in your stomach, whether it's in your throat, whether it's in your chest, whether it's in your head. And a lot of people will always connect to the heart, and that's grief. So grief is there. It's there for a reason, because that's why people feel like they get heart palpitations or anxiety, because they're probably feeling a lot of grief still in their body. So I just like give them a safe space to allow them to feel the grief, like let it come up, let that pain come up, let that emotion come up, and like feel through with the pain, like face the pain. And I think grief is really hard, because obviously no one wants to accept it, but it's about bringing that acceptance into it and bringing that love back into it, and like being able to accept that that person's gone, but they're still there. So grief's a massive one that obviously it's hard to face, but I think any pain, whether it's anger, whether it's resentment, whether it's rejection, whether it's low self-worth, like all these things come up in my sessions every single week, but it's allowing people to feel safe enough to like purge, like let it come out. Don't be embarrassed. Everyone's embarrassed to cry, and everyone's embarrassed to feel.
I would be. If I came and you're doing something that I burst into tears, I'd be like, oh my God, no.
Yeah, but that's just resistance, and it's like you've been conditioned as a man to not express, to be strong, to be brave, don't cry, get on with it. But that's not normal. Every human is the same, like women or man. We've all got an emotional body, we've all got emotions, we've all got feelings. So it's just a way that, again, men have been conditioned to keep it all in, keep it locked in, more than women. Don't get me wrong, some women don't feel safe enough to express, because from a child they've been told don't cry, or be strong, or be brave. But actually, when you get older, it all needs to come out, because it's all just in there. So to answer your question, it's scary. It's like people feel anxious when they come to my events. Like, I always ask the question, who feels nervous, who feels anxious? And they're all like, me. And I'm like, it's fine, it's normal. It's a normal feeling to feel apprehensive, skeptical, nervous, anxious before one of these sessions, because ultimately you don't know what's going to happen. Like, when you get into the journey as well, your body takes over. You cannot control it. Once that breath's going, you breathe for about 60 minutes. So after the first 10 minutes, you get out of that like prefrontal chimp brain, and your body will just take over, and then that's where it all comes out. And you've just got to allow it. Like, your body knows all the answers. Your body talks to you in so many ways. Like, physical pain, it's an emotion coming up. So you've got to talk to it. You can't just keep pushing it away, because it affects your whole life. Some people are living with social anxiety. Some people are living with anxiety day in, day out. They're carrying it through their life, but it's because they're scared to feel it. When if actually they just took a step back, took a minute of stillness, like took a minute to be still and be like, okay, what am I actually feeling right now? What's coming up? What is actually affecting me? Why am I scared? Why is the fear coming up? And asking yourself these questions, you can find out so much about yourself. Like, so much. It's just insane. But yeah, healing's hard. To answer the question.
So scary.
It's scary, but it's the most powerful thing that you can do if you want to change your life.
And so why would I do it? Like, you've made it sound scary, you've made it sound like it's okay, but you've made it sound scary. Why would I then do it?
So I would do it to live a true, authentic life. Honestly, like, that's what I get from it. Like, I know I'm living truly to me now. Like, honestly, I don't care about anyone else anymore. I don't care what people think of me. And you do live in fear, like, you do live in judgment. Like, I know a lot of people are sleeping on their true potential because they're scared of what other people are going to say or think, or even content now. People are scared to speak on the story because
I had this conversation yesterday with someone. I'm so big on that. Like, just who cares? Like, just post it, film it, post it, whatever. And I still have it. I have the doubt in my head. And I've been doing this podcast for a year. I've been doing content for years with one of my businesses, and I still get it. So, like, it is a thing, but you've just got to deal with it. You've just got to post it, because why not?
You've just got to get out your head. And, like, honestly, like, when I started stop caring what everyone thinks, my life changed. Like, honest, and like, that's the God's honest truth. Like, I don't care what you say about me. You might say, I've been told I'm thick, I'm stupid. Even now, I know people are probably looking at me like, what the fuck is she doing now? Like, she's a breathwork code. Oh, she's this, she's that. And people do think it's weird, but that's okay. I'm like, I'm okay that you think that. Yeah. But until you're willing to come and experience it, do not say anything. Like, if you can judge from afar, that says more about you than it does me, because you're not willing to go there. You're not willing to get connected. Like, you're probably living your life in a place of projection, in a place of fear, in a place of, you might be being nasty to people, but that's okay, because you're going to carry on judging. And I always say, people will only judge because there's a part of them that's judging themselves. And I've lived by that, and that's why now I'm like, I don't care. Say what you want about me, because the people that will get inspired and the people that will stick by me and the people that will like me, they're my people that I want to help. And they're my people that I want to give an impact to. Like, if you don't want to come on board, that's fine. People are, and my mum's always said, people are going to like you and people are going to not like you. That's fine. Not everybody's going to like you. And I know people might be slagging me off or thinking I'm this weird person that lives on planet Mars, which sometimes I do. And I'm okay with that, because it works for me. And my life, I can honestly say now, like, I feel free, I feel happy, and I feel like I'm living truly for me. Like, I'm not living for somebody else anymore. I'm living because I want to, this is my message. This is my purpose. And I'm going to stay on this path until I make it to the top. Like, I know Immersive will be a global brand. I know I'll be speaking on stages to thousands of people. I know I'll be hosting my events worldwide. I know I'll be doing retreats. I know that. Like, I don't have a doubt in my body that I'm not going to be on stage in the next few years inspiring people. And people might think, oh, as if you will. But I know I will. So it's like, I think why you should do it, going back to the question, is because it brings you closer to you. It brings that deeper connection to you, and without that connection to you, how are you meant to connect to others? Like, how are you meant to connect to your partner, to your friends, to your bosses, to your people that you work with, to your people? Like, how are you meant to truly connect from an authentic place if you don't even know who you are? So I think that's why people should take the time, is get to know yourself before you get to know everything else that's going on around you. People are so quick now to scroll on Instagram as soon as they wake up, or gossip about other people's life, or look what they're doing and compare themselves. Like, I don't care what anybody else is doing, because loads of people now are doing breath work and floating events and healing, but the people that are going to come to me are going to come to me for me. So I'm not bothered. Like, if that person's got 1 million people at their event and I've got 2, then 2 people are coming for me, and that's all that matters, because I know my message, I know who I am. And I think, I'll be honest, I didn't know who I was a couple of years ago. I was still figuring myself out. So the reason why I'm so passionate about this work and healing, and not just doing breath work, like, this breath work is a big massive part of it, but emotional healing is what I coach, and to getting to know yourself on that much of a deeper level is so powerful, to just live a true life for you. Like, live a life that, where you, what does everyone want? Freedom, connection, happiness. They're the ultimate things. That why do you want to earn all this money? And this is a good one. People want to earn millions and millions of pounds to buy the watch, to buy the car, to buy the house, to wear the nice clothes every single day. But what for? To be seen. They want to be seen, they want to be validated, they want to be acknowledged. But you can do that yourself. Like, everybody wants to be seen, but after the validation's gone from the outside world, then what? You're still searching. People think the watch or the big massive, I mean, don't get me wrong, we all want a nicer way of living. Like, I don't think buying a nice watch and a car and a nice house is bad, because I want it too. I want a nice watch and a car and a nice house, of course I do. But what I'm saying is, okay, that's amazing that you've got that, but some people, like, the most billionaire man is probably sitting in the house on his own, like, okay, what next? I want more. But he doesn't know how to find more, because it's an inside job. Because once you've had all the outside validation, you're still searching. And I think that's what's so important, is you've got to give it to yourself first. If you can give it to yourself first, everything else on the outside will come. And that's my biggest lesson, is now that I've given it to myself, and every day I work on me for me, everything's just coming to me. Like everything's flowing to me. Like I remember when I started coaching, I was desperate for clients, for money. I was like, and it was coming from a place of desperation, and I didn't get any. Like I was struggling to find them because inside it was like coming from a lack. It was coming from a lack of need. Whereas now I'm like, I don't really need it anymore. Like, and then the people will come, like, flow to me kind of thing. Same with relationships. When you're looking for it, it doesn't come. When you sit back, the person will come in. So it's like...
Well, you've got either end of that example. You've got the one at home and then you've got the one here, which, well, hopefully the one here is a bit better.
Yeah, the one here now, I mean, he knows how much I love him. But he is, like, the best thing that's ever happened to me. Like, we are in such a healthy relationship. Like, it's so safe. We feel so connected. Like, it's like... He is the person that I needed. Like, he's not a showman. He lets me do what I want. He lets me be me. He's so proud of me. Like, and that's what I think I needed. Whereas I've always attracted before him the class clown, the one that wants all the attention. And then I felt like they didn't want it for me because it was like they were half jealous of me because they wanted it. So like him, but I honestly believe if I hadn't done the work on myself, I wouldn't have met him because I wasn't ready for that healthy love. I wasn't, because I was still carrying things in myself that I had to heal. So yeah, I think even with him, I remember I was at a point where I was like, you know what, I don't even want it anymore. I don't want a boyfriend. I'm just going to do me. And then he came in. So it's like, it's same with money, relationships, jobs, whatever it is. But honestly, I think it all comes down to knowing yourself, finding yourself, and also believing in yourself, backing yourself. Like, you've got to back yourself in this life. If you don't back yourself, nobody else will. So that goes back to the question of, that's where I think everybody should heal. And it's not even, healing might sound a bit woo-woo and it might put people off. It's not all about healing. It's just about getting clarity on who you are, finding yourself again, coming back to the roots of who you actually are. Like that unconditional child that was born. Where's he gone or where's she gone? Like, life gets in the way and you wear this mask and you get hurt and you then start to become someone that maybe you don't want to be. So it's not just about healing in a let's say spiritual way. It's actually healing on like that young self again. Like it's so easy to become someone that you don't want to be. So it's about yourself finding that person again and connecting to that person and being like, okay, what does he want from life? What does she want from life? Like, why am I doing this for? Like, what is the purpose of all this?
Yeah.
So.
And what is breathwork? Because, you know, we've spoke a lot around it and like, this is what it does and I'm going to burst into tears and I'm going to hug my dead gran. Like, what the hell makes that happen?
So, the type of breathwork that I do is holotropic. So breathwork is, there's all different types of breathwork to help the central, ultimately it's all helping your central nervous system. So obviously meditation allows you to calm, allows you to reset, allows you to gain clarity, allows you to release any stress, anxiety. So that's a meditation form of breathwork. The holotropic breathwork that I do, so this allows you to come into a consciously altered state. So obviously right now, present moment now, we're living in fight or flight, normal, every single day to day, normal state, which we all live in. So you're never really consciously connected, you're never really consciously thinking, you're just kind of thinking, what's on today? Podcast, work, gotta go see that person, gotta go for a coffee with that person, got a to-do list ticked off. So you're constantly living in that state of like to do. But holotropic breathwork allows you to come back to you, let's say ultimately. It resets your central nervous system. So when you come into that state, it allows you to feel emotions that you've been pushing away. It allows you to connect to you again. It allows you to come back to memories, because when you go into this state, it taps into your cells. So it's cellular healing. So it taps into your cells, and your cells remember everything. So your cells remember everything from when you was a child to now. So it can unlock things in your body that you've been like pushing away, that maybe you've just forgot about. Like, you can see things from when you was like 17, like maybe an episode in school where you felt left out, or you felt bullied, or you felt rejected. Like it can tap into that, and then you're like, oh my god, remember that time? Oh my god, that's why when I feel like that now, maybe in work or in school, not school, when maybe in work,
a bit weird.
Yeah, like in work or in day-to-day life, in a friendship group, and your body reacts in a certain way, it's because it's reliving that trauma from when that happened when you were 17. So on a scientific level, it's tapping into your cells, it's resetting your central nervous system, and it's changing your state. So you're coming into a consciously altered state, and your subconscious your subconscious mind, it's healing. So your subconscious mind believes everything that you tell it, whether it's good or bad, whether it's a lie or the truth. And then that's why you can act in certain ways. Because say of a morning you wake up and you're like, you're shit, you're ugly, you're not even good at podcasts, like you can't even do this. You will genuinely believe that. And then you will sit in this chair and you can't perform because your body cannot do it. Because you're like, oh my god, I'm shit, oh my god. And then all of a sudden you're having all this anxiety, and then your body's reacting in all these kind of ways because you've woke up and told yourself that. Whereas if you wake up and say, I am the best podcast host in the world, you'll sit on this chair like, what? Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a chance as well to reprogram your mind. It's a chance to rewire things. So everything that you've ever been told or being projected with, it's a chance for you to actually sit and rewire that. Like, I was facing a lot of rejection. I was facing a lot of body struggles. I was facing such low self-esteem, not feeling good enough. And I didn't realise that that's the way I was navigating my life through that point, through that pain. I was attracting men that was just rejecting me. I was attracting men that didn't make me feel good enough. So when I actually took a step back and was like, what's happening? Now I'm leading from a place of, I'm the best thing in the world, because I'm telling myself that. Like, I have to tell myself that to be able to deliver and perform, because I want to be that person. Like, I want my dreams to come true, and the only way they're going to come true is for me to wake up every day and be like, you are amazing. Like, be your own best friend, like, be your own cheerleader. And I think, going back to the question of breathwork, it allows you to rewire your subconscious. It allows you to reset your central nervous system. It allows things to come up that maybe no longer serves you. So all these traumas that you carry and that may be affecting you day to day, it allows you to get back on board with that, feel it, release it, and also process it and let it come up so that you can start working with this new version of you, let's say.
So I'm sold. I want to come and do it. How do I do it?
You just book it.
How?
So,
where? When?
So we do every Tuesday, every Sunday and every Thursday. They're our weekly events.
Oh, well, there's loads. I didn't expect it to be that much, because it looks like such a big deal, like with all the blowing up and all the setting up,
so
but you do it 3 times a week.
Yeah, so I host Tuesdays, Ash hosts Thursdays at Soham, and then we do Sundays together. So Tuesdays is at La Cantine Beach, Thursdays is at Soham Wellness, and Sundays is at La Cantine Beach as well. Sometimes in the ocean, so we're just waiting, because we had a bit of a thing with the whole permit, so we're waiting for the ocean to come back. The ocean will come back. So yeah, if you want to come and do a session, all you need to do is come onto our Instagram page, which is Immersive, and then you click the link in the bio, and then all of our events are in there. And then we've got like pop-up events coming up. We've got an exclusive event coming up, which I'll say on the podcast, because it's going to be exciting. So we're launching in the next few weeks an integration boat. So it's a night on a yacht, where after you've come onto our breathwork sessions in the weekdays, because breathwork can bring up a lot, like it can be very heavy, it can be very draining, it can be very emotional. We've now come up with a night where you come on this boat, and it's a calming, processing, integration night where you can just process, lie there in stillness, and we help you, whether we do journaling, sound healing, like a soft meditation, just to allow you to come back into stillness so that you can actually like make sense of what's happened, because it can be a lot. I'm not gonna lie, like people leave some of our sessions like, what the fuck?
That would be me.
Yeah, they're like,
what was that?
I'm speechless. Like, and then it's our job to look after you. Then, like, that's what I say. We make sure we check in the next day. We make sure we allow you to be able to book in 1-to-1s, and that's why next week we are launching this integration boat where we're going to float in the night on the boat, and just come into that stillness, because stillness is so powerful. Like, stillness also says a lot. Like, when you come into stillness, like, when do you ever be still?
Never. Literally mean never. I meditate. I do, like, a lot of the stuff you're saying, I'm like probably more towards it than a lot of people listening. I'm nowhere near where you are. I'm like a million miles away from you, but I'm understanding a lot of stuff that you're saying. But apart from that, like, little 10 minutes where I meditate in the morning, my day's carnage. And there's no more stillness.
So but stillness is also a place where, like, I do at the beginning of my sessions, I take everyone to the ocean for the beginning. They've got the headphones on. I just get them grounded, dropped into their body. I'm like, just be in this moment of stillness, be present, like where you are right now, this present moment. Like, we're so caught up in tomorrow or today or yesterday, but just the moment of right now, like even this moment now, us doing a podcast, like how amazing that we're sharing our stories right now in this present moment. Like, when you actually take a look and you're like, oh my god, like for you, I'm doing this podcast that you've always wanted to do. Like, to just stop and be like, wow, it can bring up a lot. Like, it can bring up emotion, it can bring up it can bring up niggly feelings in your body where you're like, why am I feeling anxious in my belly, or why am I feeling this pitter patter in my heart? And it's all emotions coming up to speak to you, to say, hello, I'm here, please help.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so it's like, and I always like say to my clients when I do one-to-ones, like, I picture them as little balls, like emojis, like an anger, a jealous, a fed up, a grief, a sad, and happy, a laughing and excited. Like, all these balls are in our body, constantly going on. So it's like when you drop into that stillness, it allows you to think, okay, what's coming up for me today? What emotion? And it could be just a genuinely so happy feeling. Like, I've had sessions where I'm literally like so happy and I'm just so grateful, and I'm lying there just taking in all the gratitude. I feel so empowered, but it also connects me to that higher version of me where I'm like, you can do anything. Like, get off this bed. And this is what happened. How I set a immersive up is that session for me was so empowering, and it was like telling me, get off this bed now and go and set up your own company. Like, stop listening to everybody else. You are meant to do this and you need to do it. And that was the session I had. I wasn't emotional in that. I was very grateful. I was very happy. I was getting a message of stop playing small now. It's time to play big. Like, stop letting other people get in your way. Like, do it. And that was my message. So not every single session is going to be emotional. Not every single session is going to be sad and heavy. It can be quite light, and it can be quite like, oh my God, I'm alive. Like, I'm here. So yeah.
Why do you think it goes down one of those paths? Like, is it maybe you're feeling better in yourself that a good one happens, or is it just random?
I think it's what needs to come up that day. I think it's where you are in your life, what's happened that week maybe. Like, I think it's where you are in that moment, on that night. And I say this to every single person that shows up. I'm like, there's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why you clicked on that link, whether it was yesterday or today or 2 weeks ago, to book for this event. There's a reason why you got brought here. Like, there's no other way about it. And the reason why you're here will be shown to you at the end. So I think it's whatever's going on in your life, in your body, whether you are a numb person, a closed off person, a shut off person. Maybe your first session is there to break that wall and just be like, I've been feeling this for so long, just get out of my body. Or your first session could be feeling a lot of resistance, a lot of fear. Like, some people come and they feel numb still and they're like, nothing happens. And I'm like, okay, that's absolutely fine. Come back and let's try and break down this resistance, because resistance is a lot. Like, when you first do it, a lot of people can feel the fear, and the fear just takes over, and then they can disassociate. You can disassociate as well, which can make people feel a bit scared, but where you just go into complete numbness. You're just gone. You're just unconscious. You're not unconscious, but you're still breathing, because I'm always there to check. But you're just, I remember the first time it happened. I'd done an event in Liverpool 3 years ago. That was my first event. And obviously, like, I'd learnt everything, and I knew I was qualified to do it. But the first event, I was like, what the fuck? Even I was walking around like, what the hell is going on? People were like screaming. Your hands get stuck, so your hands can claw.
It's like drugs.
Yeah, it is. It can release, like, it can be like a feeling of release of DMT, and it can take you into like a psychedelic state. That's all normal. But I remember the first one, I was like, my mum was there as well. I was like looking at my mum like, oh my God. But I was just like, yeah, I was like, someone help me. But I was like, I'm the facilitator. I've got to stay calm. Like, it's my job to make these people feel safe. So obviously I dealt with it, but I remember the first one I was just a bit like, whoa. But even now, every event I go home and I'm like, wow, like, that was so powerful. Like, I had a lady the other day message me, she was like, from 48 years of being alive, she was like, after one session with you, I've realised so much.
Wow.
And then she just broke down about everything that's been going on in her life. She was like, tonight it all made sense of why I've been the way I've been, of what's happened over the course of my life, from my childhood to my mum. And I was like, oh my God. Like, and even me, I'm like, it is just so powerful. Like, I go home every night, I drive home and I'm like, wow, it's a lot for me. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that's why me and Ash take turns, because we have to look after ourselves, because there's a lot of emotion that we're dealing with. There's a lot of pain that we're dealing with. There's a lot of people, like, confiding in us. Like, it's a lot. Like, I remember I used to cry with everyone, but now I've learned how to really protect myself. Like, I'd be, like, even last Sunday, we had an event. It was really powerful, and I was holding someone, because if Ash is facilitating and I'm going around helping, like, with touch and comfort, and I was holding this lady and she was sobbing, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm going to start crying. I just crying with her. Obviously she couldn't hear me because she had the headphones on and Ash is talking through it, and I was like oh my God, like, it's so emotional to see, and because I know what people are going through now, and people are carrying around so much. It's a lot. It's a lot, but I'm here to do this. I believe I've been put on this planet to be different. I am different. I'm not the same as everyone else. I believe I'm here to be different, to shine my light, whether people think I'm an idiot or not. I just know I'm here for a reason. Like, I know I've been brought here to share this message, and whether it helps one person or 1 million people, I'm not bothered. I'm like, I'm here to do this. Like, even with Stradafast, like, I used to do one-to-ones in the company, and like even them being able to just confide in me, and I knew they felt safe enough to cry, and you know, they weren't crying for victim, they were crying because they've been holding that in. And again, linking it back to the corporate world, why can't they perform to their full potential? Because they're holding on to so much, because they're carrying a lot. But as soon as we allow them to bring that up and feel it, and you know, be like, okay, that's in me, okay, I'm going to work through it, the performance will skyrocket, because they know what's holding them back, they know what's in there. So it works in so many ways, whether you're in the corporate world, whether you're not. Like, I think everyone should do it. And everyone in the corporate world, I think, has got a lot of blocks.
Yeah, 100%.
That they're being this egotistical, masculine person, but beyond that, there's still that little boy, or there's still that little girl, and you don't have to always be strong. And when you take that suit off, I always think, who are you? Who are you behind the suit? Like, you're obviously just a person that feels, and I want to be able to help you feel that. And it's going to take people in the corporate world, let's say, because that's all they've ever known, longer to break them walls, and that's fine. But even if I can give them like 1% of a message of like, you can open up to me, because in life we just want to be open, don't we? We want to be open-hearted, open-minded, and when you're more open to things, your life is just so much better. I think, anyway. Yeah,
100%. Right, I will actually come to an event. You've sold me, so I'll book on soon. What else have you got going on?
So obviously I run Stradafast. So I'm head of Stradafast, so that is what we do every single week. So we do some cool stuff with Stradafast. We've got the weekly schedule, which we bring all the brokers to day in, day out, and now every single real estate company's copied us, by the way. Can I just say that? We knew that was going to happen anyway. Like, when Gary brought me in, like, the story is actually quite funny, because obviously I was doing, so when I first came back to Dubai, I was just doing coaching on my own, like doing my own little mini events, and then my best friend Rania works for Strada. Can I go off on Strada now, by the way? Yeah. So obviously I knew the Strada lot through Rania. I remember I went into the office this one day, and I texted Guy saying, can I come in and get my visa, because I need to get a visa, basically, because I didn't have a visa at this point. He's like, yeah, studios will do it for you, just come in and get a picture. So I came in and got my picture, and all the brokers I knew were like, are you joining? And I was like, no. Why would I be a broker? I'm going to be so bad at being a broker. So actually, do you know what? I don't think I would. It'd probably be good if the knowledge, no, but the talking, yeah. And then Che and Nathan came up to me and was like, do you want a job? And I was like, no. What do you mean? They were like, do you want a job? And I was like, doing what? And they were like, we're just thinking of like bringing you in as kind of like a HR role, but like looking after the brokers, and we think you've got that like mumly like nature about you, like we need someone there who actually cares. And I was like, okay, talk to me. And then Gary rang me, and then anyway, then I came on board. So when we started Stradafast, to be honest, we didn't actually know what it was going to be. Me, Che and Gary sat in the office. I remember this when they had the bar at the time, and we were like, don't really know what it's going to be, but let's just go with it. Like, this role's never been done before, so let's just do it. And then, yeah, we started, and it was amazing. Like, we started with one-to-ones, which I think for me was really powerful, because I was getting to know the brokers again beyond the brokerage title, like who they actually were as people and why they were struggling, and, you know, why aren't they performing? Again, because it's deeper than that, whether it's self-belief. And I think a lot of it with real estate is self-belief. You've got to just believe in yourself, and you've got to just find the resilience, find the strength when people aren't answering or putting the phone down. I know what it's like, because when I was a dancer, the rejection, obviously getting rejected from things, it must make you just feel like, oh, I'm shit at this, I'm not good enough, but you've got to keep going. So I think for me, the one-to-ones are really powerful, helping, like, I mean, I always talk about Lorenzo, but Lorenzo's their biggest broker. He makes the most, and I work with Lorenzo from the very beginning, and he's been an amazing person to even watch his journey, like when he come in, his first one-to-one to like now, and like how he changed. Like I remember when I first started, he was just like stride fast, not gonna do it, and now then he just like got on board. Like he was like resilient. He turned up to everything. He was never a 6 a.m.er. Now he's a 6 a.m.er. Even doing his like meditation, using his journal. Like you would never think that he would do that, and he did. So just shows like the work is powerful. And it reflects in your numbers. So that was where we started with one-to-ones, and then we started doing the timetable. And you should have seen like the company when I started. Like, okay, yeah, there was a lot of them in shape, but now the whole company's in shape. Like we take our picture at the end and we're like, you actually look unreal. So even getting them out of bed at 6 a.m, like it's hard to get people out of bed that early. So we have our weekly schedules, which is really good. I think it's a big part of the company now as well. It's the culture. Like, it used to be a boys' club. It used to be like Wolf of Wall Street. Like, they won't mind me saying that, but it was. It's very lads, like banter. It's a lot of that. And I think now, again, going back to the connection, training outside of work in the office and all getting like sweaty together, all working out, all encouraging each other. Like if someone's on the floor, we pick each other back up. It brings that connection in the office because now we're all close outside the office as well. So yeah, Strada Fast has been amazing for one-to-ones, the weekly schedule, and also we do the monthly events as well, where it's just a boss day where we all come together instead of drinking and partying and getting fucked up and making all mistakes together. It's bringing in wellness and bringing in that connection again, eating healthy foods, people feel good, and then again it's like a much better day because you're not going to wake up the next day regretting it or fucked in the night or doing whatever you're doing in the night. It's actually a really wholesome day. So yeah, I think Strada Fast has been a big movement in the real estate industry, and I can say this because I'm not biased because I'm not in the real estate world, but every other company has copied.
No, they have, and I think they're all probably quite open about that. The Strada did it first, and now we're doing it too because it's a good idea.
Yeah, it is a good idea, like for culture as a company anyway. Like again, it brings community, it brings connection, it brings relationships, and I think you're all bettering yourselves together, which is only going to make the company better. Like if individually you're doing that 1%, as a whole the company's going to do 100%. So yeah, I think it's an amazing thing that we have put into Strada, and I love them all. Like I've got such a good relationship with the brokers now because you know what, they do listen to me. Like all I need to do is say, come on everyone, and they're like they listen. So it's been a really good thing.
And so like practically what is it, like what actually happens when you've got stuff going on? Like is it like exercise events, is it nutrition, like what is it that's actually happening?
So weekly we do mainly fitness. So we've got High Rocks, we've got Shred Fast, we've got the Den, we have Pilates sometimes for the girls, and then
it's like one every morning, you're going somewhere different every day.
So every morning we do a different gym. Then I do float and breathwork with them once a month. They love that. So again, that's allowing them to release things, and again it's so good for the real estate world because of the high stress, the fast paced, the rejection, allowing them all to just come and be still and connect and find clarity and also find answers maybe. I do exclusive monthly events with them. So like this month we've had Pilates and matcha night, we have float and breathwork, we had, what did we have last week? But they do paddle as well. And then me and Gino and Trist are doing like a mindset manifestation speaker event next week. So that's going to be really powerful. So it's anything to do with physical, emotional and mental. That's like the message behind Strada Fast. And we're an open community at first, like we allowed anyone to come, but then we found that people were just turning up for free basically. So we were like, right, let's scrap that and just make it an exclusive benefit for whoever joins Strada. And it's nice because then we're giving something back to them for all the hard work. So it's really good.
So obviously the fitness brokers I'm sure will easily buy into, but everything else is like really woo-woo for like a hard scouse broker. Like how do you get them from here to here?
So I think that was the challenge at first, like trying to listen to me come in and say meditate and breathwork.
Shut up.
Yeah, they were like, oh no. But to be honest, I just had to do it. I just had to do it for them and let them experience it for themselves. And now they love it. Like every time we put a float and breathwork on, like the wait list is gone. Like straight away. And again, I think they didn't expect it. So then Nave came and they're all like, oh my God, Mel, I didn't expect that. So then it's allowed them to, again, be more open-minded. I think with brokers, with real estate, with men, you've just got to kind of sit them down and do it. And allow them to feel it themselves. Because I can go on and talk at them, but they're not going to believe it until they see it. And I think that's what we had to do is just like kind of let them experience it. And then always at the first ever event we added in a meditation where I came in and brought stillness after the fitness, and they all loved that. So I think, again, it's just buying into me, like buying into what I'm doing, buying into me, like actually facilitating for them, and they have, to be fair, they actually have. Obviously there's still a few more that I'd love to get like crack, but it'll come in time. I just think, again, I've just got to keep portraying my message, keep doing what I'm doing, and eventually in time, and you know, it might take people to get to that breaking point, it might take people to hit rock bottom to then start this work, and that's okay as well. It's in your own time. I say to everyone, it's in your own time, whether you want to add it into your daily practice, whether you want to add it into your weekly routine, or whether it's going to take for you to hit rock bottom for you to come to me. It's all in people. It's all in divine timing.
Yeah. Have we missed anything of like what you've got going on? Strada Fast, Immersive, is there anything else?
I'd say yes, Strada Fast, Immersive. Obviously I am an emotional healing coach, so I used to have one-to-ones, but at the minute I don't do that just because everything else has kind of taken over. I've just been confirmed to speak at a women's summit. Nice. So that's next on the list. So one of my goals in life is to speak on stage, public speaking, being on the panel for things, just being an inspiration. And I feel like that's finally coming to life.
Good.
But again, because I believe in it, and I visioned it, and I see myself on stage. I remember saying to someone years ago, this has been a vision of mine for like every time I meditate and every time I drop into that stillness myself, I see myself on this stage in a white suit speaking. And I've said, I don't know what it is, I don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know who I'm in front of, but I just see this vision, and I think it is about to come true.
Nice. It sounds like it. Well done. And like I believe everything you're saying. Like, I'm buying into it. So yeah, I believe it.
If I can make you buy into it,
yeah, everyone can. Go for it. What are you most proud of everything that you've done?
I'm most proud of me, if I'm honest. Like, I have been knocked down, I've been held back, I've been rejected, I've had no money. Like, even from the point of London, when I first moved to London, like I had no money. Like, my dad was sending me like £70 every time I need, like, Dad, I need money for food, I need a Tesco meal deal, I need £10 for the tube journey to dance college. And I think I've always picked myself up and found the strength. Like, to be honest, I missed this bit out, but it all started when I first got rejected from college. So I can go into that if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
It all started when I've always wanted to dance in London. So when I was a kid, I was like, I'm going to move to London when I'm 18 to go to dance college. And again, I did. I made that happen. Don't get me wrong, I got rejected from various colleges, but I got into a place at Bird College in London in Sidcup. And I got accepted.
That's where my girlfriend's from, Sidcup.
Oh, really? How funny. She'll probably know Bird then.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, so I got into Bird, and it was a foundation course. It was like a foundation course to get into the diploma or degree. And obviously I didn't have the results to get onto the degree, so I was like, I'm going to have to get onto the diploma. So on the foundation course, we got told, like, if you turn up, you show up, and you do everything that we're telling you to do, you will get accepted onto the programme. So I did. I was there at 5 a.m, me and my best friend Eliza, like, we were there, at the ballet bar, ready to go, red lipstick, hair slicked back. Like, it was very much about discipline and what you looked like, this college. So we would have to have red lipstick on every morning and our hair scraped back. If there was a strand out of line, you were getting sent home. Like, tights could have no holes in. Like, it taught me so much about punctuality, discipline, how you look, how you present yourself. So again, I thank all that for that. It was all a journey. And we turned up at every single class early. We were the last ones to leave. We were trying our best. It was like blood, sweat and tears. Even singing, we had to sing, we had to act, we had to do everything. So everything that we had to do out of our comfort zone, we had to do on this course. And at the end of the course, you either got accepted or you never. And me and Eliza were like two peas in a pod. So we was best friends with all the older girls as well. Like, we were best friends with all the years above. So we were like the two people that they were like rooting for. So it was to the day where we got the letter, and she got in and I never. And I remember I was like, oh my God, my world has fallen apart. Like, I've just moved to London. My dream is to move to London and dance, and I've just been told I'm not accepted. And I remember my dad emailed the headmaster. My mum and dad were like trying everything they could. And I remember my mum and dad were like, I feel like we need your dream just like being crushed. Like, what can we do? It was so bad. It was so emotional. I was crying and crying and crying. But I remember in that moment, I was like, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm staying in London. Like, I'm doing it. I'm going to dance in London no matter what. I'm dancing. Like, I don't care what they say, whether I go back to this college or not, I'm just going to go to London. So I didn't give up. I stayed in London, went to audition, so many auditions. And to be honest, it was so funny because I turned up to this one audition and it was like in the ghetto. And I was like this ballet girly girl. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so out of place here. Like, I'm so uncomfortable. But I'd done the audition. And I remember ringing my best friend Eliza, and I was like, I don't want to be here, like, I just want to leave. She was like, just stay, just go in, just do the audition, you're there now. So I'd done the audition, and it was the contemporary round that saved me. So the first round was like hip-hop, and the second round was contemporary. And I was doing this contemporary, and I know I was good at, like, ballet and musical theatre and jazz and stuff like that. And I remember on the panel, the woman was looking at me, and for some reason, she must have seen a spark in me, and she was like, I need to give this girl a chance, because I shouldn't have got in. Because if you looked at me and this group of people, I did not fit in. Anyway, I got into this company in London, and I remember the woman saying to me, there's so much potential, so I'm giving you a chance. So I was like, okay. So long story short, I'll fast forward, got into the company, and then I just lived in London then, and I just worked so hard. I went to every single class there was, hip-hop, jazz, singing, musical theatre. I just threw myself into everything. But again, I faced a lot of rejection. I faced a lot of judgment. I wasn't the best, but I just kept on going. And even like money, I had no money. I was sleeping on my friends' couches. I was sleeping at my sister's. Like, I struggled so much these days in London. I had nothing. But I just was like, I want to be a dancer, so I've got to keep going. And I did. I kept on going and going and going, and the journey was up and down. Like, as you can imagine, there was auditions you got knocked back from, there was auditions you got in. Like, there was I remember my first job I ever got was Madagascar Live. And I was one of the penguins, and I was like, no way, I'm not doing that. Like, I remember rejecting the offer because I was like, but again, I found myself worth in it, because I was like, I'm better than being a penguin. Like, no way, like, I'm more than that. So I just kept on going. And then I got my first job abroad in Malta, where I was dancing in Malta. Then I got my first music video in Morocco. So then it was all starting to like, and then because people could see me doing things, and then I built respect on the jobs. And in the dance world, again, it's just like the world in Dubai. It's all about reputation. Then I started getting jobs on jobs in TV. I was doing a lot of TV work, to be fair. But I was just doing anything to pay the bills and to pay my classes and to eat. I was just doing anything to keep food on the table at this point. So whatever job I'd get, whether it was a podium job in the night, whether it was a music video, whether it was a TV advert, I'd just get that £100 to keep myself going, to stay in
So
London.
that's what you're getting. You're getting £100 for going and doing this whole big thing.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It was such bad money at the time. Now I look and think, wow. Like,
And like, what goes into it? Like, how much are you working to get that £100?
a lot. Rehearsals from 6 a.m. like to 7 p.m. to learn the show, to know the show, and then you do the job. I mean, sometimes you'll get paid for rehearsals, but at the time, because I was like starting out, like the fee
you've got
was,
to take that, because
Yeah.
if you say no, they'll go sound. We'll get someone else.
Exactly, and the fee was nothing then. And then I remember the first probably real money I started earning was when I moved to Dubai, like on the contract where I got told I was fat. So it's like a win. It's like a lose-lose, because you're like, you've got the money, but then you're getting slandered for your body or your image. So it was like, I think that my dancing journey just taught me so much about myself. It taught me so much resilience. It kept me going. I put myself in situations that I never thought I would. I was so uncomfortable, like turning up to these dance classes with such professional, like famous people. I've been around a lot of famous people, but old me in the corner was like, I'm here. I don't know how I'm here, but I'm doing it. And I think it just taught me to just keep going, and I did. I never ever gave up until I came to Dubai and faced them body struggles, and then I dipped back down to not dancing for 2 years. But then again, when I moved back to Liverpool, I was like, no, I'm dancing again, and I found that passion for dancing again. And then I got into another company, and then I danced again, and then we done more. But again, I always still had that like block of rejection. Like I believe I could have done way more with dancing if I knew what I knew now. Like, I could have probably got my dreams in dancing if I knew how to deal with this block that I was having when I was dancing. Again, it was all coming up in the physical body, and that's what held me back. So yeah, I'm proud of myself for just keep on going. Like, I've been knocked down so much. I've been told I'm not good enough. I've been told I'm thick. I'm not the most academic of people. I'm not really good at spelling. Not really good at emails. So, I do get a lot of that. But I just think for me, I've always kept on going. And I'm most proud of making something of myself. Like, making a life for myself. Like, I've made a whole company out of breathwork. I've made a whole company out of healing and wellness and speaking and inspiring. And this is just the beginning. Like, I'm not there yet, but I will continue to make this happen. But I'm proud of myself for creating a space where no one did. Like, if I would have stayed in the monotone life of what I thought I should, and working a 9 to 5 and staying at home and not taking the jump and not moving away on my own, and even mum and dad said, I don't know how you got on them planes and went. Like, when I first moved to Dubai, I went on my own. Didn't know anyone. Just got on the plane with my suitcase and here we are.
Yeah.
So I think, I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me for constantly showing up, believing in myself when no one else did. Like, no one else did. Like, obviously, my mum and dad always told me I'm the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
But when I've been in the real world of it, I've been told that, I got told in dancing, you're never going to make it. I remember this woman said, you can't dance, you're just a pretty face. Like, I've had so...
It's brutal, isn't it? Like, the whole dancing scene, like, you're too fat, you're sacked, you're not good enough, you're just a pretty face.
It's so...
Is that what it's like?
Oh, yeah, it's terrible. Even dance college, like, the amount of girls in my year that suffer with anorexia because of body image, but the teachers don't care because, again, they're conditioned to teach us to dance. So to teach us to dance, it comes with discipline, and you just have to be the best dancer. Like, you have to be able to do a triple pirouette. You have to be able to leap across the floor, and if you can't, you're doing it until you literally get slapped. Like, I remember I got hit with a point shoe. Our ballet teacher, she like whacked me with the point shoe, and I just had to take it.
Why?
Because I couldn't pirouette.
That's mental.
Yeah, it's like, I've been through, like, and this is the thing, is like, no one sees that. No one sees any of that, because some people don't even know I was a dancer. So they'll see me now and think I'm just this, like, fit, airy fairy girl who does wellness. But I'm not. Like, I've been through the trenches to get to where I am now, and to get to the strength to be able to help people. Like, I've been there. Maybe I've been there in a different path that you've been there, but I've still been there. I've still been on the floor. I've still been at point where I wanted to give up. Even when I first moved back to Dubai, if it wasn't for my best friend Rania, I wouldn't have survived in here. Like, I had no money. Like I say, I flew from Bali, where my dad funded my whole life. And my mum's like, it's me as well. My mum and dad funded my whole life to land in Dubai. I had nowhere to live. Rania was like, come and live with me. I had no money, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have survived them first few months. So I've got her to thank so much for, and she knows that, like, she's like my bestest friend in the whole wide world. Obviously I've got other best friends, so don't be fuming about that. But, like, she done a lot for me at that time, and, she helped me through the times where, again, I could have gave up. I came to Dubai, I had nothing, but I just kept on going. Like, I contacted so many venues, like, can I host an event? Can I do an event? Can I put on this? Can I do this? Like, I was just trying my best to make a bit of cash, and then luckily Gary and Che offered me the job in Strada Fest, and then that's where I think I started earning real money. I've never had a salary job.
And then you can stop stressing, you can stop panicking about, I need to go and get 100 quid so I can eat next week, and you can start looking a bit further into the future.
Yeah, do you know what? I've got so much to thank Strada Fest for, because being in that environment taught me professionalism, taught me about the corporate world, taught me about salaries, visas, contracts. Like, I've never been in that before, because I've always been a dancer. So they taught me a lot about so much in, like, a professional aspect, and I think that's why now I can set up my own company, because when I've been in these meetings, don't get me wrong, even starting this company, the last few weeks I've cried my eyes out. But it's not all been easy. But again, it's like the trusting. Who do you trust when you're starting up? Because people want a piece of the pie when you're just starting. And again, they've taught me how to read people and be like, well, she just wants a bit of that. She's just trying to do you over. You need a contract in place. Be careful of that person. So, and also even down to marketing and content, and don't rush in things. Like Gary always said, don't rush anything. We do it when it's perfect. So, yeah, my journey through even Dubai, from being with nothing to then Strada, really helping me out and giving me this opportunity, and then teaching me so much about the business world. So, yeah, I think I'm proud of myself for constantly going. Yeah.
You're like mad resilient. Like, I've never heard resilience. Like, all the different bits along the way. Like, it's crazy. Well done.
Yeah, I am. I think that's what's kept me going. Like, I've always thought I'm going to make something of this. Like, I'm not one to sit in the bed and twiddle my thumbs and give up. Like, I could have given up so many times. Even after Bali, I could have just flew home. Even when I had no money, when Ran took me in, I could have just flew home. Like,
took me in.
Yeah, I remember I was like buying croissants from the shop to like not buy food out, so to keep me going. Even here, like, people think it's all glitz and glam and Dubai amazing life and the heels and the suits, but trust me, I've only just cracked it. I haven't even cracked it yet. I'm still going, but I've only just felt in a place where, okay, like, here we are. We're on a path of success now. But it took me years. It took me 30 years. I'm 30 years of age. And I've only just figured out. But I think I wouldn't have figured all this out if I hadn't have figured out myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it goes back to me, I think.
You really know who you are as well. And I think that that's something that, like, so few people in the world know. Like, I think, you know, a small percentage, 5-10% of people actually know who they are. And talking to you, you can see that you really do know who you actually are.
Yeah, no, I do. Like, I know I'm a really nice person. Like, I've got a massive heart to give. I will help anyone, but in saying that, I know my boundaries. Like, no one can take the piss out of me anymore. I used to be a people pleaser. I used to be like, whatever you say. But now I'm like, no. If you're not doing that from a genuine place from yourself, but then you can't have access to me anymore. Like, and people have done me over. People have fucked me over, and people have underestimated me. I find that's been my challenge over the last 6 months. People have really underestimated me and tried to put me down and tried to keep me in a box of playing small. But honestly, I'm not playing small anymore. Like, I know it's my time to play big, like, be that person that I know I can be, and stop listening to outside noise. And I think you've got to know your boundaries in this life, because people can really do you over. But finding boundaries again comes back to finding yourself. Like, I'm not going to be that nice mister. I'm not going to be that.
That'd be a bit weird.
Yeah, I'm not going to be that Mrs. Nice anymore though, because I've been here for too long, and sometimes it doesn't serve you. Like, you've got to know yourself. You got to put your, you know, enough's enough. Like, I'm walking away from that pit. Even in, like, friendships and relationships and people, like, people will use you until they can, and people will. I find as well that sometimes I gave so much, and then when it was my time to have that back, where was the people? Like, when I was on the floor, were you there for me? So you've got to know yourself. You've got to back yourself.
Well done. Any more challenges, or have we missed anything? It's been really easy with you, because you just got them out from, like, the first minute, just like, bang, I was told I was fat. Like, that's been great, but is there anything else?
Challenges for me, again, obviously the whole body image, the body image, the confidence, but finances, I'd love to talk on that, because I think financially, I've always, like I say, I've struggled through the dancing world. It's been take that bit of money and pay that meal deal, take that bit of money and get on that train. So finances has always been a massive struggle, but I think finances is a lot of pressure in Dubai itself. Your comparison, you're competing with everybody else, and finances for me, again, used to just be like, how do you get this money? But if you actually take a look inwards, finances can be a financial block within, as well as, do you feel good enough to earn that money? Do you feel good enough to pitch that money? And that's what I'm going through now, is finances is not just a conversation, it's a personal block. Like, I needed to realise that I am worth that money. So when I'm pitching now, I'm like, yeah, that's my price. Do you not want it? Okay, you can't have me. No. So again, it's coming down to that self-worth, of that self-belief, of knowing yourself, like, what are you worth? And it's the same with everybody now. Like, if you're struggling with finances, take a zoom out. Do you believe you're good enough? And if you do, the money will come. If you don't, then you're probably going to stay stuck in that cycle.
I think there's probably two answers to that as well, because I think everyone listening will go, yeah, I'm good enough. Of course I am. But I think there's probably another level. Tell me about that. But, like, because you're talking about something different, I think, to their first answer. Yeah,
with finance blocks. Yeah. I think it's just about really digging in deep of you. Like, do you actually believe you're worth that, or are you just saying yeah pay me? Because
everyone will say, yeah, of course I am.
Yeah,
I work hard, I do good, like, of course I am. But there's something else.
Yeah, there's something way beyond the layers. We're like an onion. There's so many layers, and I think I've only just stepped into that. I'll be honest. Like, I used to charge people nothing for my services, because I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't think I was qualified enough. I didn't think I had the knowledge. I didn't think I was good enough. But now that I know myself to this level, and again, it took me work to get to this level, because I've had to sit with myself, I've had to do the work. I know what I've got to offer, a lot of people can't, and that comes from a place of knowing me. So financially, I'm like, well, my price is that now. Like, I'm not going to do it for less. And again, it's the how much you need it. Like, I used to do things because I needed the money, whereas, like, I don't need that company anymore. Like, I don't need that company to come and pay that much, because, okay, well, that other company will pay that much because they see my worth. So I think it's about knowing your value, knowing your worth, and knowing as well, like, where's it coming from? Like, again, with brokers, and I learned this from Lorenzo. Like, Lorenzo shifted his outlook from I'm actually helping this client from a personal relationship level. Like, I'm advising this client from what they actually... No, I'm advising this client from what I would do rather than just taking their money.
Yeah.
So again, it's taught, like, let's say Lorenzo, when I was working with him, we worked on that about the... I mean, not that he's got to struggle with finances, but we worked on, okay, you've got the money, you've got the watch, you've got the house, you've got everything that, like, you want. Now what do you want to offer? And his answer was to give back to clients and to give back from a place of authenticity. So it's, again, the whole relationship with money is the whole relationship with yourself. Because when you get to that point of an entrepreneur where you're a billionaire and you've got everything you could ever imagine, what do you want to then give back? And most people will go, okay, I want to help people.
Yeah.
And it always loops back to, okay, I want to help people now, I want to make an impact, and if I can give that person that, then they're fulfilled in a different way. Finances can only do so much, and then where does your fulfillment come from? So I think, yeah, finances was a challenge, still is a challenge, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm still learning. Like, even when I'm in these big meetings with these big people, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ask them for 40k.
Yeah.
Like, who are they? Who am I to say to them? So again, it's like a battle with yourself again. It's like sitting in that chair, and it all comes down to confidence. Like, I know now when I sit in that chair in front of these people, I'm like, I deserve it. Give me it. Like, I'm not sitting there like, oh, hi, can I please have $100,000?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting there like, I'm worth it because of this is who I am. This is what I've learned. It's took me years and years to get here. It's took me years of finding myself. And also, financially, I invested so much into my course of being able to be a facilitator. So I always sit and remember, like, it's took me all that to get to this. And at the end of the day, I'm the product.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a physical piece of clothing. I am the product they're buying into, so I've got to be worth that. And for me to be worth that, again, it comes back to me being able to do the work on myself to be worth that. So yeah, I'd say that's another challenge, and I think a lot of people in Dubai are facing that challenge, and I just think, don't compare, know yourself, and just keep on your journey. Whatever your end goal is, that you know your path, keep going, and the money will come.
Anything else? That was a good one. For anything else? Is there anything else? Or
No. Well, have you got anything else to ask?
no, I'm done.
Yeah.
That's been great. So where do people keep up to date with you? Where do they find you? Where do they find Immersive, Stradifast? Well, actually, Stradifast internal, but where do they find you for everything else?
So follow my Instagram page. My personal page is Melissa McAllister, and then obviously I've linked all my pages there. Stradifast is on there if you want to see what we get up to at Stradifast. We have Immersive now, so yeah, get in tune, get up to date with Immersive. Immersive is only the beginning, so if you want to be on the journey of what we're creating, it's going to be something really special and something that's never been done before, so come and follow along.
Great. Melissa, thank you. It's been fantastic and really insightful. Well done.